Fight!
Alright, so next up here we got Khama versus Jai Herbert. And an interesting fight again. We got Jai Herbert here coming in at -170, Khama at a +150. So Jai Herbert not a heavy favorite, but he's still the favorite nonetheless. And a little, you know what? I gotta say that Jai Herbert reminds me a little bit of Giga Chikadze. Not in his karate style, but more of like in body shapes. And he's definitely got a high pace. I mean, I saw the Trinaldo fight between him and Trinaldo, and man, the fact that Trinaldo's fighting on this fight too, we're about to get to that as well. You can't count that guy out. But keeping a high pace during the course of that whole fight and just getting caught. I think it was a left that might have caught him there, and also a controversial fight. I think that was the fight that Dan Hardy was where there was a little controversy as far as stoppages and fights in the UFC and things like that. Other than that, really interesting nonetheless. Khama I you know, it's surprisingly, I haven't seen him take any takedowns in the UFC so far since coming in, since debut. But I feel that, you know, I mean, look at the blueprints here. We saw Trinaldo here go for the takedowns and was able to establish some dominance during that course of the time until Herbert was able to actually establish some takedowns on his own too. And I think he actually needs to get involved in that, because when I saw him take down Trinaldo, I was really impressed. I was not expecting that. Someone as lanky as him, as tall as him, I was not expecting that, because when Trinaldo got him up against the cage, you know, he was smothering him a little bit. And for anybody who's a really tall fighter and you're a short fighter, the best solution here is the sandwich mode. You know, get him against the cage, pressure, don't stand in distance where a tall fighter can basically pick you apart. And I think that's where Jai Herbert can really get the win here against Khama. I feel that, you know, if Khama just stands toe-to-toe with Jai Herbert here in the center of the cage, I really feel that it could be a bad recipe here for disaster for Khama. And both guys, by the way, coming on both losses here. So, I mean, we got a total of 4 losses here between these guys, you know, leading up to this moment here. But 2 losses for each fighter here in their recent bouts. And, I mean, it was against tough competition, too, as well. I mean, I saw Khama against Malarkey here. And Malarkey really, you know, I mean, really revamped himself. A tough fighter, man, a tough fighter. I don't think Khama was expecting that. I think he went there with a little bit too much confidence. So hopefully this time he can learn not to. I'm not assuming 100% that Khama was coming in there with, you know, overly too confident, because we've seen that in the UFC, obviously. But hopefully he learns here to prepare, you know, a little bit more here, especially against a guy, Jai Herbert. And I saw the weigh-ins, guys. Jai Herbert was he's got some height on Worthy here, on Khama. So, you know what? I got Jai Herbert win this fight here. Obviously, he's the favorite here, slight, if any. And but I feel that the recipe for Khama is to go for those takedowns and go for those leg kicks. As fast as Jai Herbert moves, I feel like it might be a little more risky to go for those leg kicks than it is for takedowns. I know that's a little bit of a huge assumption on my part here, but I feel that if Khama here, you know, goes for some precise takedowns here, that he can have an advantage against Herbert. Will he do that? I don't know. He hasn't done it yet. He hasn't gone for takedowns yet in his career, but I feel that those are fundamentals that he should probably use against Jai Herbert. Was he working on that in his training camp? I don't know. But when I saw Jai Herbert go take those, and when he had takedowns against Francisco Trinaldo, I was really impressed. I feel that, you know, along with stand-up and using those takedowns with combinations, you know, with the stand-up, I think he has a good opportunity to set up some good takedowns, set up some good shots, and really make Khama guess whether he's going to go for a good shot or whether he's going to go for a takedown. And man, I mean, I think Khama has a tall order here against Jai Herbert. So I got Jai Herbert winning this fight here, unless Khama can really establish some fundamentals on the takedown end. You know, really, you know, time some takedowns here against him. I'm not saying that that's going to win the fight, but I feel that the same aspect that I feel that Jai Herbert might use, you know, takedown and stand up, you know, making him guess, is what Khama should use as well. Make Jai Herbert guess as well, and go for some leg kicks. I think, you know, taking out, you know, those legs is key here for Khama here to try to get a chance at winning here. But let's not deny this man that he does have a chance to also knock out Jai. Remember, Trinaldo knocked him out. I think Worthy has a chance of knocking him out, but he's got to look for that open. I think he's got to set up the shot. Remember, Jai's disadvantage against Trinaldo could have been that he probably just didn't realize that an older man could hit him that fast, that quick, and it happened. So a lot of young fighters just tend to anticipate that a lot of these older fighters are not just going to have this quick knockout power, and you just can't underestimate a dog like Trinaldo. So if Khama Worthy can just, take bits and pieces of that blueprint and put him against Jai Herbert, he does have a chance of winning. Don't deny this man. So in this case, though, I think that Jai can put it together and get a win here against Khama Worthy. So I'm actually thinking he's going to get a decision here against Khama Worthy. I think both these guys have motivation here to try to win. So therefore, I think it's also going to bring a little bit of reserve on both ends. So I think it could be a decision on this end. So I think it's going to be a decision win for Jai Herbert. So moving on to the next one, guys.
Fight!